Day 12 here, guys, with Awakening Astrology, and today we start to look at the meanings of the signs and planets. The way in which I'm going to do it is each video is going to do two signs or two planets, and then they're going to be the ones that oppose each other. So for this video, it's going to be Aries and Libra. The next video will be Taurus and Scorpio, and then Gemini and Sagittarius, so on and so forth. So let's jump right in. Aries is ruled by the planet Mars. It is the first sign in the zodiac wheel. It is usually the first sign to signify self or the individual. It relates to the god of war, Mars, Aries, fire, blood, muscle, willpower, drive, motivation, power, self-progress, productivity, all these things that relate to intensity, growth, power. I've already said that, but you get the picture. Mars is a very intense planet. It is fiery, it is red, and it rules the stomach and root chakras primarily, but also a little bit of the third eye, because Aries rules the head, because it is you, it is the self. Mars individuals, people, maybe their sun sign is in Aries, or their Mars energy in general is very active in their life. They might be very self-focused. They have goals, they have desires, plans, and they want to accomplish them. Very goal-oriented individuals, these people are. And that's when it's in balance. When it's in balance, they're always improving, always growing, having a physically healthy and active body, and then very busy and producing a lot of energy in the world. This is when they're doing a good job with the Mars qualities. On the bad side, or the imbalanced side, Aries individuals or people with too much Mars will be aggressive, hostile, angry, intolerant of other people, and in general, they're kind of like the sour old man vibes at times, where they're too focused on themselves and pushing other people away. In balance, the Mars just shamelessly loves themselves without putting down any other self at all in any way. They just don't necessarily give as much attention and power to other selves, because they're not around other selves all the time. They're with their body, their muscles, their organs, so they give love to that part of reality a lot of the time. An imbalanced one will be egotistically self-loving and narcissistic or arrogant. They will put other people down and believe themselves to be better. These qualities aren't necessarily only going to be with individuals that are Aries or have Mars elements, but they're usually more active and prevalent with Mars energies or Aries individuals. Opposite of Aries is Libra, and Libra is Venus, the planet of beauty and love and music and art and all the sensual, pleasurable things of life. And it is very much so about the other. It is not about the self, it is about the harmony between people and parts. Libra is always trying to charismatically create balance within its community. It will relate to the heart and the sacral chakra and the throat chakra, which deals with love, sensuality and sexuality and creative expression and verbal expression. And with a Libran individual or a person with a lot of Venus, when they're in balance with this energy, they will be producing a lot of art, making a lot of people happy, creating a lot of beautiful feelings, maybe even being activists of social change and reform, because they feel the empathy for other individuals and usually like things to go well for everybody. An imbalanced Venus will be overindulgent in sex and ego boosts and like social image, and even like overindulgent in creating pleasurable things, whether even if it is music. There's too much of anything can go awry, and that's usually the bad part about Venus, is just excess. In relation to Aries being the opposite sign, they can help each other a lot, because the Aries, being naturally focused on their body, their desires and their goals, and achieving their best self, they usually offer basically lessons to the Libra of how to love oneself. And then Libra, being the receptive feminine Venus energy, can amplify those feelings to crowds and groups of people. Aries offers the how, Libra spreads it to other people and teaches them. When more people are in balance, when the hierarchies of different individuals are like at the same wavelength, Aries individuals have a higher probability of being more balanced as well, because their examples are of other people, of other selves, are other selves being self-loving without being egotistical and putting other people down. So if an Aries is in an environment where everybody's being that ego head, like macho person that isn't actually being empathetic, they take on a lot of those qualities because they're just trying to do what's best for themselves. But if there's a Libra in the group that makes it so everybody has like an equal say or an equal part, or everybody is kind of understanding how to be self-loving in a fair manner, Aries learn from that and learn how to be kinder towards themselves, and that helps them have a better life for their own individual experience. These are just some ways in which Aries and Libra energy can interact. On the chart, as I've said in a previous video for the houses, Aries is house number 1, the Libra is house number 7, the house number 1 dealing with who you are, the house number 7 dealing with the other, who you attract. So a lot of times Aries individuals can attract Libra individuals and vice versa, so that they can learn the opposite ends of their spectrum and become whole individuals. That's all for today. It's just those 2 signs. Tomorrow we'll do Taurus and Scorpio, and I'm excited because I really love both of those signs. My moon's in Taurus and my rising sign Scorpio, so I'm interested in sharing that with you. See you soon.